Listen closely. God has been whispering to you again and again. The same name, the same face, the same person. And you've wondered, why do I keep seeing this confirmation? Why does God keep bringing them back to me? This is not by accident. It's not random thought. It's divine direction. And if you've been ignoring it, this is your moment to stop, to lean in, and to hear clearly. Because what you're about to understand could change your life forever. If this speaks to you, don't just scroll away. This channel is where God keeps giving words like this, and I don't want you to miss what He's saying. Make sure you subscribe right now, and when this message is finished, go to the playlist I've linked in the description. It's a journey of prophetic words about love, confirmation, and breakthrough. It will connect the dots for you. You've prayed for clarity. You've asked God to show you who's meant to walk with you. And here's the surprising truth. Sometimes His confirmations feel repetitive on purpose. Because you doubt, because you question, because your heart is afraid to believe. So He repeats Himself not to confuse you, but to anchor you. Think of Samuel, who heard God call his name 3 times before realizing it was the Lord. Some things require repetition before revelation, and the same is happening with you. This person is not a coincidence. That same thought that interrupts your sleep, that same dream you try to push aside, that same scripture that comes alive when you think of them, God is confirming, not once, but many times. Why? Because the assignment attached to this relationship is greater than you thought. It isn't about romance alone. It's about destiny. And yet, here's the tension. What if you're wrong? What if it's just your imagination? This is where fear grips you and the enemy tries to plant doubt. But listen carefully. Confusion is not the fruit of confirmation. God's voice always leads to peace, even when it challenges your comfort. That is the twist. What feels repetitive is not your weakness, it's His mercy. He's patient with your doubt, waiting for you to recognize His pattern. Now, I want you to pause. Think of the last time you said, "God, give me a sign." What happened the very next day? Who called? What did you dream? What verse leapt out of the page? You brushed it off, but He was speaking, and this is your second chance to hear Him. And before we continue, let me guide you deeper. I've placed another video in the playlist that reveals how God uses dreams to confirm your spouse. Watch it after this. It will make everything connect in ways you didn't see before. But let me ask you this now. How long will you wrestle with doubt when God is already confirmed? How long will you circle the same question when His voice has been steady all along? You see, the danger isn't missing the sign, it's ignoring it. Every time you delay, you give permission to fear to cloud your vision. Every time you dismiss the confirmation, you step back from the destiny He's trying to push you into. There's someone watching right now. You've prayed for years and you're weary of waiting. But God is saying, "I've already shown you. Now I need you to trust me." This is not about chasing them. It's about obeying Him. And when obedience aligns with His voice, doors open, peace flows, and what once felt uncertain becomes undeniable. This is where faith collides with clarity. Will you recognize the confirmation and step into it? Or will you let fear keep you wandering in circles? Comment the word "confirmed" right now, not just as a reaction, but as a prophetic act. Declare it, seal it, Make it real, because this word is for you. And before this chapter closes, hear me. This is only the beginning of the revelation. What God is doing in your life through this person is bigger than you imagine. In the next part, I'll show you why the repeated confirmations are tied not only to your marriage, but to your calling. Then hear this, because what comes next is the weight you've been carrying in silence. God keeps confirming the same person because your relationship is not ordinary. It's not just about companionship or filling loneliness. It's about covenant. And a covenant has the power to either advance or delay destiny. That's why the enemy has fought you with confusion, distraction, and even counterfeit connections. Because if you truly saw what God is aligning, you would stop hesitating and start preparing.
Think about it. Every time you tried to walk away, something pulled you back. Every time you said, "I'm done thinking about this," God whispered again, through a message, through a dream, through an unshakable impression on your heart. This is not obsession. This is confirmation, repeated, pressed into your spirit, because God does not want you to miss it. And let me give you a scripture that will bring clarity. Habakkuk 2 says, "Write the vision, make it plain. Though it tarry, wait for it will surely come. It will not delay." You've been waiting, you've been doubting, but God is saying the vision is still on time. The person He has shown you is not a mistake. The delay is not denial. The repetition is not to frustrate you, it's to reassure you. But here's the tension you must face. Confirmation does not remove the need for faith. God can show you again and again, but until you step out in obedience, you will remain in the cycle of questioning. This is why the enemy loves delay. He knows your heart is convinced, but your mind is trapped in what if. What if I'm wrong? What if I get hurt? What if it doesn't work? But child of God, what if this is exactly what you prayed for? What if this person is the missing piece to your assignment? What if ignoring them means ignoring the very breakthrough you've been crying out for? The twist is this: the confirmation is not about them alone, it's about you. God repeats the sign, not because He doubts His plan, but because He knows you doubt yourself. He knows you wonder if you're worthy of this kind of love. He knows you question if you can handle the weight of covenant. And so He confirms again and again until you believe that His promise includes you. And here's where the choice becomes urgent. You can no longer afford to treat God's voice like a suggestion. The moment you recognize His confirmation, you have to align with it. That may mean praying differently. That may mean preparing your heart. That may mean guarding your focus so you don't get distracted by counterfeits. Because when God is preparing you for covenant, He doesn't want compromise. He wants obedience. Pause for a moment. Imagine looking back years from now, realizing that every confirmation you ignored was pointing to the very blessing you needed most. Imagine the regret of knowing God showed you, but fear kept you blind. Now, imagine the opposite: choosing faith, trusting His voice, and stepping into the covenant He prepared. Which future do you want? This is why you can't stay neutral. God has been patient, but He's also pressing you. He's saying, choose to believe what I've already confirmed. And when you do, the peace that's been missing will suddenly flood your heart. Now I want you to do something prophetic. Go to the comments and write one word: covenant. Not as a casual comment, but as a declaration that you are aligning with what God has spoken. that you are choosing to believe even when it stretches your faith. And when this video ends, don't stop here. I've prepared a playlist for you, linked in the description and pinned in the comments. It will guide you step by step, from hearing God's voice clearly, to recognizing counterfeits, to preparing for the very relationship He has confirmed.